This food looks really good. And I'm hungry. Again. Oh, look at these pancakes, girl. Ooh, that's exactly what I want for breakfast when I get home.
Food is a huge part of African American heritage and history, and our recipes are one major thing that has connected us through generations. According to the recent Nelson research on the sales impact of Black consumers are speaking directly to brands in outstanding ways and achieving headline making results. African American chefs have successfully used Instagram as a platform to showcase their delicious recipes and mouth-watering photos.
I think one of the best examples of a food brand using Instagram is a company called Mouth. It's a food brand. And instead of just showing their products, great pictures of their products, they do what is called brand storytelling, which means they tell the stories of the companies and the vendors who are creating the products. And therefore, when you come to purchase, you're not just purchasing a cup. You're not just purchasing something to eat. You're purchasing a story behind it. And when you can connect with the product, you have a better sense of commitment to it. And therefore, Instagram is giving that way to sell a product, but tell a story too.
I used to always love watching my mother cook. She never really gave me any lessons or anything. It was always just me standing by the pot being like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, what is that? One day I called her and, those usual things like you're home alone, maybe one summer, I was maybe 13. I called her, I was like, Mom, there's nothing in the house. She's like, find something. I'm like, I started looking around the house, and one of the things I used to love to eat as a child, especially, that she used to make for me is she used to make the most amazing Chinese noodles. She used to grow up with my Chinese grand uncle, and he used to make authentic Chinese stuff. She never really used to understand the deep roots of it, but she could definitely whip up the noodles. So that's one of the first things I always wanted to learn how to make. So I didn't Google anything. I just kind of went from what I saw her do, see what she put in the pot first and all of that, and from there. I made it for the first time. It was trash. It was just straight noodles and soy sauce. I was like, all right, I know that that's in there, but there are things that are missing. And that was the first time I kind of understood dissecting a recipe and figuring out the different flavor components of a dish. And from there, I was like, all right, garlic, ginger, scallion, and all of that. So that was a great, I guess that's where my passion was born. The fact I was so invested into learning what flavors blended with one another to create a harmonious dish,
I started cooking when I was 14. My mom used to work late, and so she would always leave the cooking up to us. And calling my grandmas and trying to figure out what to make, how to make it, how much to put in the stuff, that was always an adventure because they never had measurements for anything, which was great. But food was always central with my grandmothers and with my family, and I always felt most of the love come from them, and so that's kind of where I got my passion for cooking.
I grew up in Inglewood, California, and my mom is from Chicago, and my dad's family is from Louisiana, more specifically Shreveport. So growing up, I basically had a lot of gumbo, oxtails, traditional Southern Black cuisine. But also growing up in Los Angeles, I was accustomed to a lot of Hispanic foods, tacos, enchiladas, etc., etc. So basically, just watching my mom make multicultural dishes all the time, I used to want to eat those and not just the typical top ramen and the things that kids usually know how to make. So I used to watch my mom, take notes, and if I wanted to learn how to make something, I would go on the Food Network, get a recipe, get in the kitchen, and try to make it myself. Watching my grandma, growing up with my grandma as well, I used to watch her watch a lot of Food Network, so watching that and seeing the Neelys, which is one couple I specifically remember. So the Neelys and Paula Deen and even Guy Fieri, I kind of try to channel those three and created my own brand, which is now known as Do-Rag Dinners, where I cook similar dishes.
I'm Chef Emmy Brown. Everybody know me as Kiss the Chef, that's with a 3, because I'm 3 times the chef you ever be. And I'm DMV based, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I'm one of the top chefs in the area. I've been in many competitions, won them all. So a little bit about me. what started me cooking is like, so to get away from my brothers and sisters every weekend, I used to go to my great grandfather's house every weekend. So we watching like Discovery Channel, Food Network Channel every single day. And like when I wake up in the morning, he was like, Damien, what do you want to eat today? I'm like, I don't know. So he'd make me go grab one of his cookbooks, and I'll flip through the book. And like the first thing I really made was like French toast. So anybody want to challenge me to a French toast battle? Anybody that you interviewing right now? Bar 7, that's where I'm at.
Well, I'm a professor and I teach social media, so it's really a tool that we teach our public relations and our advertising students to master, because when they go out into the marketplace in today's communication world, social media is one of the primary vehicles that businesses and organizations and government organizations use to really reach their publics. But the biggest thing that any entity going into the social media realm needs to understand that it's about engagement, it's about transparency, it's about credibility, it's about fun, and it's about really information. The biggest mistake a lot of organizations or companies have when they're dabbling in social media is they're trying to sell something. Selling is for advertising. Social media is about engaging, talking to your audience, mixing it up with them, and providing really content that they want to read, that they want to be connected to, and that they appreciate. And once you start to build kind of a relationship, almost a friendship with your customers via social media, then you can create an atmosphere where they want to be one of your customers, where they want to be connected to you. And that becomes kind of the foundation for really selling on social media. You're selling without selling, and that's kind of this really fine line that I teach my students they have to master before they leave my class.
Instagram is definitely important because it is a photo sharing forum. It's a place where someone can have a visual expression of a passion of theirs.
Social media allows me to reach a different target audience I wouldn't normally reach. I've been able to be in cooking competitions. I've been able to meet tons of people, do brunches, do dinners. So it's been a really great experience. And I think social media, without it, it would have been much more difficult to start my business or even get to the point that it's at.
The importance of having Instagram and sharing pictures is not only the people I know get to see my food or my work, my art, the world get to see it. So the most important thing is using the hashtags. It's simply like, say if I do hashtag DMV chef or DC chef. So anybody that's looking for a chef that's in DC, they click it, and if my foods are in the top 9 profiles, I have a better chance of getting a job or a gig. And more likely, I'm always in all of the blocks, like all of them. The main reason why I chose Instagram over everything is Facebook, everything gets lost. Like you post, all your pictures get lost. The Twitter, the feed, everything gets lost. But Instagram, everything literally stays there. So if somebody click my profile, you see all my work from day to day to month to year. So you actually see my progress, my growth.
There are more than 269 million photos tagged #food on Instagram and 156 million tagged #foodporn. People are obsessed with photographing what they eat, something now professional chefs are catering to and learning.
I really value like the imaging in the videos, and I think that like my trademark is that my food typically glistens when it's finished. So like whenever I'm recording it, it kind of has like this, I don't want to call it a glare, but reflective quality to it, where it's like, oh wow, that really looks like you seasoned that and it's not dry. Like it gives you all the factors you can't like taste and smell in the picture, and I think that's my biggest focal point, because like food sells on visuals. Like you see some good looking food, you go and find it or figure out how to get it and make it, etc., etc.
Taking pictures of large plates of food does not work on social media, which is why I was like, no, I'm good, it's okay. I find that lots of bright colors, being in a picture with the food, Adding crazy captions, maybe with some emojis, those things help.
The big thing with social media users is that they don't read. We teach many of our students to write in snackable bits. And honestly, if you can't write in snackable bits, then you need to tell the story visually. And that includes video and that includes pictures. Everyone is moving fast. Everyone is in this oversaturated world. So remembering that Instagram is a video sharing or a photo sharing platform says that pictures are worth 1,000 words. There's nothing you have to do really to absorb video except kind of push the button. And so if you're interacting with photos and videos, that's a very engaging way to capture your audience. So really, Instagram is a wonderful platform to visually show and tell your story.
These chefs have successfully captured great quality videos and photos for their followers. With hashtags, proficient content, and interaction, the growth of their following increases every day, as well as opportunities.
Using social media has definitely helped me. I was on Good Morning Washington, which was an amazing experience. I also got to do some private, personal chefing, catering, cooking for a few people and a few dinner parties, which was amazing. I got to do a cooking demo that focused on farm-to-table foods at the Smithsonian Anacostia Museum. I made some connections to do and be on a cooking panel.
Rub hands like Birdman. The benefits I see from sharing pictures on Instagram is I get every time I post a picture or a video, I get at least 2 or 3 emails. Catering gigs or private chef gigs, like literally every time I post a picture. So if you count every picture that's on my page, imagine how full my email box is or my DM box.
Tagging these companies or these stores and brands, for example, there's a local Jamaican brand called Grace Foods. Some people may be familiar with it. I use their curry powder only. That's the only curry powder I ever use. Jerk seasoning, that's the best jerk seasoning in the world. Definitely use their jerk seasoning only. There is Eaton's jerk seasoning as well, another local Jamaican brand that's close to my heart. Their product is amazing. Given my communication with them or my interaction with them, like, I tag them and stuff, I'll at them and things. They have approached me before and basically saying, thanks for using the product. We want you to attend this event, or we want you to even, I guess, keep making posts, keep, advertising the brand, and they'll send me a product or 2 or whatever, just basic, small endorsements like that.
So Instagram has definitely helped. I was actually just featured on a blog called Pure Lily, Lilli. She's actually a girl I went to high school with. She saw my Direct Dinners page. I haven't seen her in years. Saw the Direct Dinners page, hit me up in my DMs, and was like, yo, I'm featuring you on my blog about Black businesses.
For more mouth-watering photos, follow these chefs and explore their Instagram pages.